Lions fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. Let's talk about this game today versus Dallas. The Lions fall short today versus Dallas, man. Tough game, tough atmosphere. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? I've been silent for the last 2 weeks. I've been just sitting back watching a lot of content and listening to radio and everything else, just bashing Dan Campbell and, Aaron Glenn and, basically still calling for their jobs, just pretty much saying everything up under the sun, but addressing the real issue. And the real issue is talent. Like I said, not making total excuses for Dan Campbell, but when you are a head coach and you don't have the talent available, at times you're going to make some questionable calls. You're going to make some questionable decisions. Every coach has a slip up. You know what I'm saying? So, not making excuses for him once again, but it's just reality. Today was just, the Lions had every reason to win this football game. And today's blame could no way, shape, or form go towards anybody on the coaching staff, from offense to defense to Dan Campbell himself. They put together a great game plan. It's up to players to execute that and to not turn the ball over and to not make mental mistakes. Plain and period. Players get coaches fired. And that's something that we can't get enough of these guys to stay on the field together. And it's so frustrating. It's very frustrating. But we still should have won this game today. And you know who showed up today? Remember that Jared Goff that I was warning you guys about? He showed up today. That guy showed up today. Jared Goff, you can throw some little Jamal Williams fumble in there too. But Jared Goff today lost the Lions this football game. It's simple and plain. Your defense gave you everything you needed. Even though you kept them out on the field because of your turnovers, they still gave you everything you needed to at least score one touchdown. Just give us at least a touchdown. Certain teams know how to play against Jared Goff. Jared Goff, the picks that he threw were just unnecessary. I'm going to just be honest with you. They were unnecessary. The long ball, noodle arm Goff. And like I said, I was just going to be quiet about it. I'm going to let you guys see it. But we're coming into the real part of the season, which is after the bye. So I've been patient long enough. And I'm not going to keep talking to you. So the Lions definitely need to be looking for a quarterback in this draft, as they should have been in the last draft. That was one of my problems. But let's talk about the good things that we saw today. We saw a Jeff Okudah go out there and be an absolute dog. Absolute dog today. All over the field, tackling everything. Made Ezekiel Elliott his bitch today. We've seen Aiden Hutchinson go out and get 2 of those things today. But on top of that, the pressures. Why was Aiden Hutchinson able to be successful? Well, we got to give applause to the return of Aquara, and we got to give applause to the return of Pascal. Pascal in his debut played well, and I am so happy for that, because it's been frustrating to have a draft pick that's been out and you haven't had a chance to see him, nor in training camp or in preseason, all the way to this point of the season. So for him to come out in his first load of football and play well like that was amazing. Shout out to Pascal. But with those guys actually being somewhat of a threat, it provided Hutchinson what he needed. Simple and plain. It provided him the opportunity to get one-on-one matchups where he can actually go out there and use his moves, which you've seen the spin move on the full display today. He was out there twist the tornado today. He could have had 3 sacks, to be honest. But Dak Prescott got that ball out of there in the nick of time. So, a lot of the narratives that you've been hearing over the first little short part of the season, man, I just wasn't buying them. I wasn't buying them at all. And that's why I stepped away and just said, you know what? Let everybody just talk, man. Let them talk. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is going to start showing itself in the longer part of this season. And today, immediately, it's starting to show itself. You're in Dallas, at Dallas, in a hostile environment. The refs didn't do, you know the refs ain't going to give you the calls you need. It's going to be some questionable things. They didn't even question if the ball hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? Not even from New York. Dan Campbell can't challenge it because it's turnover. So you got to avoid that. You got to beat those situations. And the Lions had an opportunity to do that. But we kept turning the ball over. We got up the field. We were getting up the field. But we just turned the ball over at the worst times. And even on that long ball, which was unnecessary at the time. I get it. You taking a shot. But noodle arm, man. Noodle arm. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, man. Like I said, I can't wait till this team fills out. They need to fill out, man. We need more on that defense. You know what I'm saying? To help out, man. We need more playmakers on the defense. When you sit there as a Lions fan and you always watch the other team and they get to naming off all these guys, just like today with the Cowboys, all these guys that's dogs, you know what I'm saying, on their defense. And then you look at our D-line. The middle of our D-line is just, it's pudding. People run all through it. It's pudding. Simple and plain. We suck against the run. We just do. We need more big bodies in the middle. We need some showstoppers in the middle. So, we need our linebackers to fill it up a little bit better. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that. So, when you look at the offensive side of the ball, man, like I said, minus the turnovers, we did pretty well. Guys were making plays. We actually used our tight ends today. Thank you, Ben Johnson. Because that should be every game. Use the tight ends, run some play action. Simple and plain. So, man, like I said, you can look at this game in a lot of ways, man, but the coaching staff did a great job of drawing up a great game plan for this Dallas game. Players lost this game today. And it wasn't your defense. So the defense, Aaron Glenn, obviously they here. You know what I'm saying? They here. Them players also here. And they went and they showed out. They showed out for him. So even though we got a D-line where it's soft as butter in the middle, we still did a decent enough job until the very end of the game. After things was over and the motivation was gone, we still did a pretty decent job at containing the Cowboys. We should have won this football game. And we lost it simply from 3 turnovers. There you have it. That is my review of this game. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't care. I am to that point as a Lions fan where, hey, either you buy it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm past all the argument. I'm past all the emotional rage comments. I really am. I know what this team needs. And that's more talent. So if you can't figure that out, then we probably don't need to be discussing football anyway. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And for some of you who actually do enjoy watching the podcast, I'll see you with We Three Kings later on tonight around 8 o'clock. So make sure you're there because we got some things to talk about. With that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.